future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He gets it left side to Johnson.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Running on first down, Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. First carry for James Conner. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They run here with Jason Huntley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Chiefs.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Come on, boy.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chiefs 7, Chargers 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Play action. It's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Herbert off of play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for LA. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Eckler. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now it's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Chargers 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, watch the lane.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. He finds some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
51-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 30-yard line.
Now a second down and 6. Now Mahomes. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They go play fake. Mahomes. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. It's Hill, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike. Defense, keep it up, guys.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to get to the 31. Enough for the first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but
yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Gets around him, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff as they run left side. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Chiefs 28, Chargers 13. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Herbert now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Butker's kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Man, we'll see if they go back to base. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that